First game in the Premier League of 2020. Brighton won, Chelsea won. Fair result, Stuart?
Chelsea should have been 2 or 3 up in the first half. They dominated the play. They didn't make the most of the opportunities they had. It was too easy for them to play out from the back. And Brighton play a slow passing game which wasn't working, and Chelsea could win the ball back in good areas, and they should have made more of it in that first. It changed in the second half.
It was more open, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, Brighton changed their system after about, a bit like Chelsea did the other day, after about 35 minutes, because they started with Aaron Moy trying to man-mark Jorginho, or play up against Jorginho. That wasn't really working because they were getting space for James to come forward down the right-hand side, so they changed their system. Potter did, put Moy to the right-hand side in a 4-4-2. He then changed the personnel in the second half. But once the game became more open, the decision-making of the Chelsea players wasn't quite so good. And Brighton played at a higher tempo, and they started to get the ball into the front areas. They started to create chances. The movement was better from Brighton. And Chelsea just had a moment where it looked as though they were going to be broken down in that second half.
Chelsea don't care how they score, but it was scrappy, the Abraham effort. And then Azpilicueta putting it in. But what about the equaliser from Johan Bach? I mean, he hadn't scored forever. Now he's got 2 in quick succession. And overhead kick, something special.
And it was the technique, the way he got himself into that position, got the right connection right onto the laces, no chance for the goalkeeper. And it's a great story because he had a terrible time last year. It looked as though he'd lost all his pace, all his confidence. The crowd were on his back all the time. He was their big signing. So it's always good to see a player come back into some sort of form because he must be a good player, all the goals he scored before. When the game did become open, wrong decisions by, I think, Willian on one occasion. Tammy Abraham made a wrong decision.
When the first half, Abraham had Willian to his right.
Absolutely. There was a couple in the second half. They didn't quite get it right. Abraham ran offside. Pulisic didn't quite get his shot away when he came inside onto his right foot. You think this is a great opportunity for him. So had they been better with their finishing, they'd have won this game comfortably.
Let's end with Brighton. They get themselves a point, deserved in the end, because they had chances near the end as well to even win it. But because they're not a glamorous side, they're not a sexy side, no one really talks about them. They just go and they get the job done. They get results like that. They're okay, aren't they? I mean, there's 3 worse teams than them that would end up going down.
Yeah, but I would question Potter's way of playing out from the back. First of all, I don't think he's got the players to play out from the back, and I don't think he's set them up to be able to play out from the back with any sort of quality. In that first half, they caused themselves lots of problems. The crowd were getting onto them, the crowd were getting onto Potter, not because of the Chelsea were winning, because they weren't playing forward-thinking football. The reason that you pass out from the back is to get better quality into the front players. They were passing out from the back for the sake of passing and keeping possession, and they ended up passing square, going backwards. It ended up with Ryan at the back again, who tries to then play forward, and they lose possession. So he's got to make sure they get the balance right between playing out from the back and getting the ball into the front areas. In the second half, they got it right.
They'll be fine? They'll not go down?
They'll be fine, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Brighton won, Chelsea won in the first game in the Premier League of 2020.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.